So yesterday we have discussed about the SQL server, right? What is a SQL server? Can anyone tell me what is a SQL server? Just a basic definition.
SQL Server.
RDMA software.
Okay, RDBMS software, which is going to use to store the data, to process the data, and
To
retrieve the data, right? SQL Server is a RDBMS software, which is going to use to store the data, to process the data, and to retrieve the data. So SQL Server doesn't come into the picture directly, right? So if you go for mobile smartphones, before smartphones, what we have? Feature phones. Before feature phones, what we have? Landlines. Before landlines, what we have? Pagers. Okay, earlier also we don't have anything like, so before to that phones we have only letters to communicate with each other, right? In the same way, SQL server or databases, if I want to say, databases doesn't come into the picture directly into the market. Earlier we are going to store the data in the papers, starting stage of storing the data, starting before like introducing the databases. Earlier eras means 1950s 40s. Okay, we are going to store the data in the papers, right? After that, of course, this is very risky kind of thing. Why? Because sometimes these papers maybe like catch the fire and all, so you cannot store the data permanently in the papers. And of course, if it don't catch the fire also, after 1 year 2 years and all, the paper will be damaged. Okay, so later after this, okay, flat files has been introduced to store the data. After papers and all, flat files, of course we are using papers for now also, but after papers, flat files are used to store the data. Flat files means normal regular or notepad kind of things. Okay, so flat files are used to store the data. That's fine, we can store the data permanently in the flat files, but the problem, what is the problem with the flat files? Very difficult to search. As discussed, the SQL server is used to store the data, to process the data, and to retrieve the data. Is it possible to retrieve the data using flat files quickly? No, we cannot. It will take time to search the data, right? Very difficult to like retrieve the data and all. Okay, and if it's a huge data and all, it will be very difficult to manage also. After flat files, word processors come into the picture. Word processors like our MS Word kind of thing. After flat files, word processors come into the picture, right? So word processors means like our MS Word kind of thing. So here also same issue. When compared to flat files, word processors are somewhat better. But again, you cannot process the data using word processors or flat files. Can you process the data? You cannot process the data using flat files or else word processors and all. Again, retrieving the data is also very difficult thing in the word processors, right? Then spreadsheets came into the picture. Spreadsheets came into the picture. Okay, spreadsheets means your Excel sheets. Excel sheets is an excellent database till now. Till now also, Excel sheets are excellent database. Excel sheet is also a database, you know. You can store the data using Excel sheet. You can process the data using Excel sheet. You can generate reports using Excel sheet. Okay, so Excel sheet is a beautiful example of database. Okay, by using Excel sheet, we can do all these things. You can say Excel sheet is also one kind of database. But again, see, the world is changing. Okay, daily or every 1 second, you are getting terabytes of data. Okay, when data is become very huge, in such case, it is difficult to manage the things. Okay, so the same way, spreadsheets we can achieve everything, but when if you have limited data kind of thing, if you have millions and millions of records, crores and crores of records, it will be difficult to manage with the spreadsheets. Then finally, your databases come into the picture. Finally, your databases come into the picture. Okay, so in the databases, your own wish depends upon the size, storage, and all. You can store the data unlimited. Number of records, millions of records, crores of records you can store, and again you can retrieve it easily. Okay, when compared to other flat files, word processors, spreadsheets, and all, databases are easy to maintain, easy to retrieve, and you can process the data easily. Right? So I'm saying every time I'm saying data. What is meant by data first of all? What is meant by data, first of all? So everything is a data. Data usually in the raw format. Remember, data usually in the raw format. See here, this is your raw data. Okay, this is your raw data. Simply, if I show this file to you, you can see 10,000 Mahesh IT care from ABC apartments and all. If you want to see like individually, you can understand Mahesh is a name, IT something is different, care from maybe something like an address kind of thing. This is a raw data. Data is in the format of raw. It will be in the raw format every time. So what is the difference between data and information? The processed data is called an information. Okay, the processed data is called an information. So if I just process this data, processing means what? Processing means anything. Processing means adding, Upender, yeah, processing means anything. Processing means adding attributes to the data, adding values to the data. Say for example, if I just process this data like this, see here, I just added attributes to the existing data. I just gave one employee ID for the data, and I just gave the name of the employee name, particular name. I just added an employee name for that particular Mahesh, and I just added one more attribute called the department, and I just added okay address for the same record, and I just added salary, one more attribute for the same record. So if you see here, you cannot understand this. This is in the raw format. But again, if I just added some attributes to this data, it became information. This is data, this is information. Okay. So your SQL Server or else any database softwares are going to use to store the data, and they are going to process the data. Means the data will be like processed as an information, meaningful information. Okay. Usually this is the data you cannot understand, or else you can understand 50% of this. But if I just added some attributes, usually you don't know what is this 10,000 earlier. But if I just added salary attribute, okay, salary is like 10,000 is a salary. So like that, there is a difference between data and information. Data always will be in the raw format. Information, the processed data is called as a information. Okay, the processed data is called as an information, right? Fine. So how we have like different types of modes. These are all the modes. Earlier we started saving flat files, word processor, spreadsheets, databases and all. Okay, in which format we just store the data, in which format we just store the data, we are going to call it as a data models. Okay, data models. So we have different formats and all. Earlier we used to store in hierarchical model. Okay, earlier we used to store the data in hierarchical model. Hierarchical model means simply I'll show you. Okay, if you don't understand also, don't worry at all, I'll again repeat, but these are all just the basics, only just basics. No one will ask you what is hierarchical model and all, but just basics. Okay, so see here, hierarchical model, this database model organizes data into a tree like structure with a single root to which all the other data is linked. Okay, so the hierarchy starts from the root data and expands like a tree, adding child nodes to the parent nodes. In this model, a child node will only have a single parent node. If you see here the best example, okay, college is your root. In the college, again, you have two children, okay, department and infrastructure. So if you go into the department, again, you have different courses, teachers, students. Again, if you go for every branch, you can see different children and all. Okay, so earlier we used to store the data in terms of hierarchical model. How you are going to store the data, that is also important. Why? Because if you have terabytes of data, if you are not organizing properly, imagine you have one library, you are maintaining one library in your home. Okay, if you just put all the books in an order, it is easy to retrieve each book, right? But if you just put in a clumsy order, you cannot retrieve that much easily, right? It will be very difficult to retrieve, right? So in the same way, it is very important in which format you are storing the data. Earlier, okay, earlier we are going to store the data in hierarchical model. So fine, it is fine only, but for less data, okay, the hierarchical model is somewhat helpful. But if you have terabytes of data, huge data and all, hierarchical model is not that much helpful and all. Okay, then we came to know network model. The second model is network model. After hierarchical model, the enhancement of the hierarchical model is network model. Okay, so this is an extension of hierarchical model. In this model, data is organized more like a graph and are allowed to have more than one parent node. Like this, we are going to store the data in the network model and all. But this is just an extension of the hierarchical model. This is also doesn't fulfill our needs whenever we have a large data, terabytes of data, petabytes of data. So after that, finally, we came to know relational model, very important. So now every database softwares, including your Oracle, MySQL, NoSQL, DB2, okay, MongoDB, everything, every database software is going to follow the same order. What is that? A relational model. In this relational model, the data is going to store in the form of tables. Remember one thing, in SQL Server, everything is going to be stored in the form of tables only, even though the system related information also. Okay, in the relational model, everything is going to be stored in the form of tables only. Okay, we are going to call it as a database management system, that is database DBMS. Okay, database management system. So in this method, we are going to store the data in the form of tables. In the database management system, we are going to store the data in the form of tables. This is also fine to some extent. But again, in the 1970s, okay, in the 1970s, EF Card proposed relational RDBMS. In the 1970s, after DBMS, EF Card proposed RDBMS. He said everything is working fine with the tables, with the database management system. But if you have huge records and all, maybe it will also very difficult to manage and to retrieve the data. So what he proposed, simply, he just proposed a relational. Okay, same thing will be there. Database management system is already there, but he proposed relational database management system. Okay, so in the relational database management system, okay, just 1 minute, just 1 minute. Another person is going to join. He's facing some technical issues. Just 1 minute. Right? Okay, sorry for that. So another person is going to join, so he's having some technical issues. Right, okay. So after database management system, EF card proposed, okay, a relational database management system. So in the database management system, the data is going to be stored in the form of individual tables. The data is going to be stored in the form of individual tables. Okay. So we can call EF card as a father of RDBMS. Okay. Father of RDBMS. We can call him as a father of RDBMS. After this database management system, EF card proposed, okay, you people are doing great job, but just create the relationship between the tables which will help you in retrieving the data very quickly. Earlier, if there is no relationship between the tables, you have to create big tables and all, very big tables and all. If the table is very big, it will be like very difficult to load the same table in the memory, as well as while retrieving the data, it will be very difficult. It will take some time. So what he proposed is create small tables and maintain a relationship between those tables with a common column. Okay, create small tables and maintain a relationship between the tables with a common column like this. If you see like this, okay, if you see here, there is a student table. This is your student ID, student name, and student age. Okay, student ID, student name, and student age, right? And here one more table is there, name, course name. This is the course name and the teacher, right? So if you see here student ID, you can see there are same column. Student ID is also there here in this table, and student ID is also there here in this table. So this is the common column. By using common column, you can create a relationship between the tables, so that once the relationship has been configured between the tables, it is easy to retrieve the data, and the tables also will be small in size. Okay, so like this you can manage the table. So EF card proposed relationship database management system. Okay, relational database management system. In this relational database management system, the data is going to be stored in the form of, okay, tables, and there is a relationship between the tables as well. In the form of, the data is going to be stored in the form of tables, and there is a relationship between the tables as well. This is the introduction of the RDBMS and all, right? So we'll go for the, okay, table. What is meant by table? Okay, how to create a table, everything we are going to discuss. Okay, right. So usually what is meant by a table?
Collection of rows and columns.
Very good. Okay. So table, if I want to say clearly, table is nothing but collection of rows and columns. Let me show you that. What is it? Table, DML. Yes. Okay. So the data in an RDBMS is stored in database objects which are called as a tables. In RDBMS software, we are going to store, earlier we have discussed, right? We are going to store the data in the form of tables. Okay. Right. This table is basically a collection of related data entries. Table is a collection of related data entries, and it consists of numerous columns and rows. Remember, a table is the most common and simplest form of data storage in a relational database. I told you, right? In SQL Server, not only in SQL Server, in SQL Server, Oracle, in every RDBMS software, the data is going to be stored in the form of table only. It doesn't know other format. Even system related information also is going to be stored and maintained in the form of system tables only, right? If you see here, table is nothing but simply collection of rows and columns. What is meant by a column? The vertical entity is called a column. Okay, what is meant by a column? The vertical entity, you can see here. Here I have different columns. ID is one column. Name is one column, age is one column, address is one column, salary is one column. So the vertical entity is called a field or column. You can call it as a field or column. The vertical entity is called as a field or column, whereas the horizontal entity is called as row or record. So table is nothing but a collection of records. Okay, so record means what? You can see, right, a horizontal entity. This is the horizontal entity. Okay, 1 Ramesh 32 Ahmedabad 2000. Simply it's a employee table. If you see one by one record here, okay, see, this is your column, address column. Okay, a column is a vertical entity in a table that contains all information associated with the specific field in a table. All information associated with the specific field. With the specific field means, if I say address column, in address you can see all the employees address information. In address column you can see all the employees address information. So a column is a vertical entity, okay, which is going to store the specific information. Column is going to store the specific information of all the employees or all the entities. Particular, we can say column is going to store the specific information. Okay, whereas a record is going to store the complete information. Okay, this is your record. This is the example of record. One Ramesh, his age is 32 and his location is Ahmedabad, and you can see his salary is 2000. So a record is a horizontal entity where you can see all the information about the record, okay, or row. Whereas a column is a vertical entity, you can see a specific information. Okay, you can see a specific information. For columns you will get only a specific information, whereas for rows you will get a complete information, right? So any issues, any doubts in this rows and records? Right, fine. So what is the SQL? What is meant by SQL? Right, 1 minute, 1 minute. Right, so what is meant by SQL? SQL is
Structured query
nothing,
language.
yeah, structured query language. Good. Any other definition?
Sir, it is used to interact with the database servers.
Okay, very good, excellent. Any other information? Right, like how we are communicating? We are communicating using English language, right?
Language.
Yes, we are communicating using English language. So if I want to talk
English.
with you, I have to talk in English, so that the medium common language between you and me is English language. Whenever I just talk in English, you can understand. Okay, that is the exchanging words between you and me. Please unmute. Sorry, please mute. If you don't have questions, you can please mute, so that it will not record. Okay, fine. So, like how we are communicating in the English language, in the same way, if I want to communicate with the DBMS or RDBMS software like SQL Server, there should be one common language. Okay, if I want to communicate with the databases, there should be one common language. That language is called SQL language. SQL is a common language. Okay, there are different flavors in the SQL, different variants in the SQL, but SQL is a common language to communicate with the databases. Okay, so here we have different types of SQL languages. T-SQL we have, PLSQL we have. Okay, there are different types of uh, languages. Same language, we have different flavors in the SQL language, right? SQL is a language to operate databases. It includes database creation, deletion, fetching rows, modifying rows, everything. If we want to do anything on the database, you should be you should know the SQL language. Okay, once you just know the SQL language, then only you can simply manage. Okay, then only you can simply manage with the databases and all. If you want to insert any records, it doesn't understand any other language, it knows only SQL language. So with the help of SQL language, you can simply add the records. Okay, and with the help of SQL language, you can simply modify the records, you can simply insert the records, you can delete the records, you can create new things and all. So SQL is the language which will help you to communicate with the databases, okay, or database softwares, right? SQL is a structured query language, which is a computer language for storing the data, manipulating the data, and retrieving the data stored in a relational database. Not only for storing, you can manipulate and you can retrieve the data by using this SQL language. Standard language for relational database system. All the relational database management system like MySQL, MS Access, Oracle, Sybase, Informix, Postgres, and SQL Server all use SQL language only. All RDBMS softwares or DBMS softwares are going to use SQL language only. Okay. So again, if SQL Server is using SQL language, that is called as a T-SQL. We are going to use some SQL language in SQL Server, right? MS SQL Server, right? That language we are going to call it as a T-SQL. T-SQL means transact SQL. Okay. And Oracle is going to use PLSQL. Like we have Sanskrit language. On the basis of Sanskrit language, we have different languages: Telugu, Hindi, English, Malayalam, Tamil, okay, Odisha, Odia. So we have different languages, okay, in the root of Sanskrit language. In the same way, SQL is the root language, okay. uh, on the basis of SQL language, each RDBMS software develops its own language, but concept everything is same, but the queries and all will be different. T-SQL, PLSQL, both are same only, they almost look same, but somewhat difference will be there between your T-SQL and PLSQL. So the same language if you are using in the MS SQL Server, that is T-SQL, transact SQL. Okay. If you want to communicate with Oracle servers, you should use PLSQL. But almost T-SQL and PLSQL, the concepts, functions, logics, everything, operators, everything, data types, everything will be same. Okay, everything will be same. So same layer. If you want to access that particular MS Access and all, you have to use JetSQL. So the T-SQL, PLSQL, JetSQL, these are the different flavors of your SQL language. Okay. So right. We have already discussed, right? We'll discuss it later. Fine. Right. So now what I'll do, I'll directly jump into the versions of the SQL Server. That's just the basics of the SQL Server. That's fine. Okay. We'll directly jump into the versions of the SQL Server. One more thing, the meeting is going to close. Yesterday we have discussed it, right? The meeting is going to close for every 40 minutes. I guess it will close in 1 minute. Okay. So once it was closed, again, immediately I will open the same link, click on the same link to join. For every 40 minutes, it is going to close. So whoever started recording, automatically 40 minutes recording will be stored in your laptop. Okay. So don't worry, immediately I'll open the same link. Just please be joined with the same link as well. Okay. Immediately try to join. Why? Because people are going to wait, right? Fine. Okay, so we'll go with the versions of the SQL Server. So what is meant by a version? Version is nothing but an updated software copy of a SQL Server. An updated software copy of a SQL Server is called version. Okay. So here you can see we have different versions of the SQL Server. Okay, we have different versions of the SQL Server. If I want to say what is the version, okay, easily you are using, mostly all are using Android phones only, or else laptops. I'll go with the laptops. Earlier, Windows NT operating system is there. Then Windows 2003 something like that came. Okay. After that, Windows Vista, Windows Premium. Okay. And what we can say, Windows 7. Okay. Windows 8, Windows 8.1. Now you all are using Windows 10, right? Okay. The meeting is going to close now. Let me close the meeting and reopen the meeting again. Okay.